Good morning. Really should have put the iPad in place before I turned on the live session. Hi. We're a bit sideways. Let's go the right way. Okay. Hel's here from the Active Dales team. Bit lower level today. It should be a lovely 20 to 30 minutes perhaps. We're going to have a whole body stretch. Today we're going to do that either standing up or sitting down. You do need a chair. So if you haven't got a chair, then go and get a chair. I'll say that again in a minute because people are joining all the time. So you do need a chair this morning. We're going to do it standing up. I'll give you some sitting down options. Next week we'll take the stretches further and we'll do some floor work. Not knowing who was going to turn up today, I thought it might be safer to do it standing and with a chair. So if you haven't got a chair, go and get a chair. Morning, Julie. And a decent sturdy one, although most household chairs are. It's not like church halls where they're those strappy metal things. So stretching comes into two categories. There's the stretches to make your muscle just feel a bit better. And then there's the deeper stretches, developmental stretches, that give us greater flexibility. We're doing a little bit of both this morning, but we'll keep it at the lowest, easiest level this morning. We'll do some balance work, which is good for anybody at any age. But as we get into our late 40s and into our 50s and above, our proprioceptors, our sort of nerves in our bodies that make us able to catch ourselves and not fall and make us be able to leap like goats from stone to stone. We don't use them as much. We don't do the leaping around. We don't do the need for balance. So it's a case of you don't use it, so you lose it. So it's not all bad news in any way, because balance is something that you can get back and you can keep by just using it. So we'll do some balance work, which I love. We're going to just do the 6 key strong for longer balances actually today, and then next week, if you ever do my classes, you'll know I do balance work. We'll do some different balance work. So it's dead simple today. You do need a chair. I'll keep saying that because people are joining all the time. And we will start in just a couple of minutes, or probably less actually. We can start sitting down. We'll just warm up a little bit. In fact, scratch that. I've changed my mind already. That's the kind of girl I am. If you've never met me, that's a good example. So we will just warm up. So we're just gonna. You can't see my feet. Let me walk a bit further backwards. We're just gonna go up onto our toes, side to side. If that's too hard, if you find that difficult, then just raise a toe, put that heel down, raise a toe, put that heel down. But if you can manage a toe to toe, just warm up those ankle flexors. And we'll just get warm. We're not going to get tall, sweaty today. I only put this gear on because it makes me feel like I'm teaching. Keeps the mind a bit more focused. We'll take that into a small march with small arms. And then as we just get a bit more comfortable with that, we'll just make it a bit bigger. We do want these muscles to be warm. We do want that heart to just be going. We don't want it to be racing. So keep it very low level. And as we're doing that, we're just going to take the small elbows round. If that's too much for your coordination, then just do the arms. A bit bigger. We're stretching it up. So stretch up, breathe in and breathe out. So just doing some deep breaths is so really very nice. And that's actually, for now, that's as warm as we need to be right now, because it's all about stretching, it's all about balance. I'll say it one last time. If you haven't got a chair, go and grab a chair. But I'll come a bit closer now. I'm going to sit down for a minute. We're just going to start stretching, and we'll start with we'll start top down to the bottom. So we'll start with the neck. We're just going to sit nice and tall, so backs are straight. You can do this standing up, no problem. Backs are straight, shoulders are back, head is nice and high, chin's up, and we're just going to take the head down to the left shoulder. So just use me as a mirror. Probably not quite as beautiful as you are. And up to the middle and down to the other side. So if we bring the breathing into it as well, we're going to breathe in as we come up and out as we go down. We're going to breathe in and out. Oftentimes breathing out as you go into a move allows you to go just a little bit further. Breathe in and out. And we often don't breathe deeply at all, and it's actually a really nice thing. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. I haven't actually got very much neck flexibility, so you might be getting your ear much closer. So bring your head to the middle, and we're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears. So up and down, up and down. We're only going to do it 4 times. So another last time. And then we're going to drop the head, drop the chin down to the chest. This is where you can all do your Jack Nicholson impression. You just have to look up a little bit. It's not good. Keep that chin near the chest and just breathe through the stretch. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Right the way out. A really big breath out. And lift that head up and drop the head down the back so that you're stretching all the way up the front of your neck and your hair is dangling down, or not if you've got short hair. And lift that head up. We're going to start at the left shoulder and we're going to roll very slowly the chin around the neck to the other side. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. It's really easy to hunch them up when you're doing this. So roll that chin around the chest. And we'll do it one more time each side. Last time back to the left. And the last thing we'll do is we'll just turn all the way to the left. You're sitting down so your hips are staying absolutely solid, and all the way to the right. Okay, you can stay sitting down for the next one. I'm going to stand up, I just prefer it. We're going to take a hand up. We're going to have our feet hip width apart, whether they're on the floor from the chair or whether we're standing up. And we're just going to reach up to the ceiling and down and up and down. And then we're going to take the right hand down the leg and go over. You can do this in the chair just the same. And back up. Use your tummy to bring you back up. So you breathe in on the down. Actually, that's not right. You breathe out on the down. Let's try that again. Breathe in and breathe out as you're going down. There we go. And in and out. If we want to deepen this stretch, this doesn't work if you're sitting down, but if you're standing up and you feel very poised, you can cross your feet over, take your left foot over your right and just come down again. And that just deepens that stretch just a little bit, but make sure you're feeling balanced. You might want something around to hold on to, but the best way to come out of a wobble is to get your feet wide and just do a wide stance. So if you're doing a wobble, you do a wide stance. That's true for any balance work at all. So let's go over to the other side. Nice wide hip width apart legs, and we'll go up and down and up. I hope you're joining in, Mumsy. And down. We'll do that one more time. Up and down. Then we're taking this left hand down the leg this time and going over. Breathe in on the up. Reach up and breathe out. And breathe in through the nose and out. Last time up and out. And over. So this should feel really nice down the side in the waist. So you can try and cross that right leg over the left. Take a deep breath in and go over once more. And it just takes it a little bit deeper. Down the side, breathe in and out. And if you feel that wobble, you go into that wide leg stance. So we've done neck, we've done waist, we can go into the sort of hip region. We've already twisted our head, so let's just twist, keeping the hips facing forwards. You can do this in your chair. Keep your hips facing forwards, take your hands and your arms and your shoulders and your head all the way to the left. Then bring that slowly to the middle and twist everything round to the right, keeping those hips facing forwards. We'll do it one more time each side, not moving those hips. And the other side. And then this time we're going to move the hips. So we're twisting the ankles, the knees, the hips, the waist, the shoulders, the neck, everything. Other side. This is a bit harder to do in a chair, but if you just do as big a twist as you can manage, you'll still get some benefit, and you can always take your knees the other way. Last side to the right. So we're working our way down. We're going to do some legs next. We can sit down on the chair. We're going to have our legs straight out to the front, feet shoulder width apart. You can either pull up the heels or you can have your feet on the floor, whatever makes you feel that you have greatest solidness. I should say that you've wriggled yourself to the front of your chair and planted your feet down. So you're sitting safely at the front of your chair. And we're just going to, with straight legs, they can be slightly bent. We're going to reach down towards those toes. Now don't bounce. And then when you get there, try and straighten those legs. Don't bounce, just stay there. And then we're going to take a deep breath in. We're already down. We're already reaching as far as we can. But we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to reach a good inch further. Now, feel that bigger stretch right the way down the back of your leg. We're going to do it one more time. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, reach even further. You didn't even know you could reach that far over your toes. So let's try it one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now, I'm a good 3 inches further forward than I was when I first started. And I'm just going to slowly bring that up. Super stretch. The next one we're going to do standing up. If you need a chair to hold on to, then do that. We're just going to take a foot up the back and hold it up to the bottom. You can hold on or not hold on. If you don't hold on, then you're testing your balance, which is brilliant. If you hold on, you're still getting a lovely stretch in these quads. There isn't quite such an easy version to do sitting in a chair. So I won't even pretend that this one translates well to chair work. To deepen this stretch, we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to push the hip forward and push the foot into the hand. Now, mine really is screaming because I've done quite a lot this week and my quads have worked really hard, but that's such a good stretch. So we'll change over to the other leg. Oh, I've got knee issues on this side, so I'm just going to grab my heel and try and work my way to my foot. There we go. So knees together in the middle, soft standing leg. See, I can't even get quite straight, but I'm still stretching out that quad. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to push this hip forward and push the foot into the hand. So good. So good. So if you can do it without holding on, then you're doing your balance much better. Take that foot down. And then we're just going to stretch out these calves. Big step back. We'll go a bit further backwards. You take a big step back. Your back leg is straight. Your back heel is down. And you're leaning into this front leg. Such a super stretch. It really can't be beaten in the calf. And other leg, take a big step back, heel down at the back, straight leg at the back and leaning into that front leg. And then the last one we're going to do, standing up, is we're going to put our right foot onto our left knee and just sit down. So the further you can sit, the bigger, bit of a wobble, the bigger stretch you get right through those glutes and in that outer thigh. If you can do this without holding on, then that's great as well. You can try and lift up that leg sitting down, whether if you need to do it sitting down, you've still got the flexibility to get your foot up on your knee. I'm not entirely sure. And people who just have hip replacements should definitely not be doing this one. You know who you are. So we'll change over to the other side, foot up onto the knee, and sit back. And just feel that stretch through the glutes. I've not got the balance this morning. It's a balance workshop. Yes, you. And then we can stand up. So that's a lovely stretch from head to toe. Next week we'll do some different ones. But I'm only doing 20 or 30 minutes today, and that's already nearly 20. So let's do some proper balance work. I'm going to take you through the 6 essential balance moves. So the first one, you need your chair. So sit down as if you're at the dinner table and you've got your back against the back. You're going to shift you forwards till you're at the front of your chair. You're going to plant these feet nicely out in front of you, but at sort of hip to shoulder width apart. You're going to just walk them back a little bit so that you can feel yourself tipping forwards, and then if you take your body weight forwards, you're going to stand up. Now that is the right way to stand up and to sit down. So there's no twisting and there's no sort of wriggling around. You're just leaning forwards and using those legs to stand up and sit down. Now you want to be doing it slowly so that you're using the muscles. And the way to get good strong muscles to be able to stand up, go upstairs, sit down, go downstairs, all of these things, these exercises are absolutely key. So we'll do 10 together now. Now if you need to push off the chair or sort of push off with your hands on your legs, absolutely fine. But one day try and do it in front of a mirror and just check that you're doing it straight up and down. Because if you're starting to twist, then that's when you're putting strain on either your knee or your hips. So, if you want to keep good balance and good strength, then this exercise is absolutely key. And I can't stress enough that if you're not doing any leg work aged 30, you should be doing it, you should be doing some strength work. But if you're like me, nearer 50 and above, then these are absolutely essential. So you could just do it, if you're getting up from the table, do it 10 times, a couple of times a day. Even that would make the difference. I've got my mum doing it twice a day, 30 times, and she's doing absolutely brilliantly after her hip hop. So it really, really is making a difference. Okay, that's enough for today. We'll sit down. That's the first exercise. The second one, we're going to just use the chair for a bit of balance. I'll come sideways and come back. And we're just going to do heel raises. I don't even know if you can see my feet today. So we're going to stand tall. We can use the chair or not, depending on how good your balance is. And we're just going to slowly go up and even slower go down. So imagine you're counting 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you really are having to control it. I'm actually not great in the ankle balance, so to do this without a chair for me is really tricky. You should be doing these with me now, but you can do these when you're making your cup of tea, and when you've got the kettle on. And if you have trouble doing them, then that just means you really should be doing them more and more every time you put the kettle on. So really slow down. And you want to be doing about a set of 10 of these if you can do them. We probably won't do that many today, but that's probably already 4. You see, I go down faster than I go up, so that was a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can do it without counting and know that you're going up, then do that. But if counting actually makes you slow down, the control and balance that you have to have and strengthen your ankles to do this is quite something. So do hold on if you're not managing, but if you can do it without holding on, then that's absolutely perfect. Okay, so that's sit to stand, we did first, and heel raises. The next one is toe raises. So exactly the same thing, but we're going to raise our toes for 3, 2, 3. So you go onto your heels and back down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've actually got a very low flexion in this ankle, so I'm going to hold on so that I can do it properly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So exactly the same as heel raises, but we're lifting our toes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do a few of these. So that's the first 3. If you're young and you've got a mum or a grandma, then you need to be teaching them these exercises. And the best place to do them is in the kitchen, because work surfaces have absolutely no chance of falling over like a chair does. So if they can do them in the kitchen, that's amazing. But remember to teach them the safety pose. That if I have a wobble, I have a wide leg stance. So we're going up for 3 and down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The next one is just you put your right foot in front of your left foot and stand. They're in a line, they're heel to toe, and you're standing. And if you can manage that, then hold it. If you can manage it and you know you've got a kitchen surface, or you're going to do that wide leg stance, then shut those eyes and see if you can still, you see your balance goes. If you can shut your eyes and still do it, then you're doing well. And then of course we're going to take the left foot in front of the right foot and try it the other way round. So I can do it absolutely fine until I shut my eyes. And then I start to wobble. So that's a really good one to practice. Make sure you're safe, make sure you remember your safety stance. That's a really good one. And then of course, exercise number 5 is doing a heel-toe walk. So just walking heel to toe in a straight line, eyes open or eyes shut, completely up to you, depending on where you're at with your balance. So we've had sit to stand, heel raises, toe raises, standing heel to toe, walking heel to toe. That's 5. The last essential exercise is just a one-leg stand. We all, regardless of age, should be aiming to be able to hold a one-leg stand for 90 seconds or more. So if you stand there, it might be really easy. You might be able to do 10 minutes without thinking about it. If that is you, then shut your eyes. Make sure you remember the wide leg stance or have a kitchen surface to be able to grab onto. Never trust a chair to grab onto. A chair can fall over. But the wide leg stance will always get you out of trouble, and kitchen surfaces, they'll never fall over either. So just stand on one leg for as long as you can. If it's too easy, shut your eyes. And if that's too easy, count backwards from 100 in French. This is what my team have to deal with all the time when we're in the office. Oh my. Okay, we'll try the other leg. It doesn't matter how what you do with this leg, you can just hold it. You can put it, if it's difficult for you to lift it, you can put it on top of the other foot. So that's your 6 exercises. They're absolutely key from my age upwards, but absolutely key for anyone 60, 70, 80, 90. If you do these while you're making your cup of tea in the morning, and you do them every day, you will start to relearn your balance. You will start to get your strength back in the muscles that matter, and it will start preventing future slips, trips and falls, which is all we want, to be safer and stronger, isn't it? So, that was nearly half an hour, but I did promise 20 to 30 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll do something different next week, but we'll make sure that we're doing stretching and balancing. You can do both at the same time, which is some exercises I'll do next week. Hope you've enjoyed it. If it's not what you expected and you want to leave a comment as to what you want, we're really open to changing what we do to be what you need. So lovely to see you all, and we'll see you next week.